Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, 2025 has only just started. We're not even through January, and we've got this oligarch level insanity from Donald Trump. He hasn't even taken office yet, just a few days before, and he's launched this meme coin. As you can see here, CoffeeZilla saw it happening and says, WTF is happening indeed. I couldn't believe it. I thought that his account had been hacked. Donald Trump's official account had been hacked, and it turns out to be true. My new official Trump meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for, winning. Join my very special Trump community. Get your Trump coin now. Go to the website there. And the internet was like, what is going on here? Why has Donald Trump launched a shit coin? Is this real? And it absolutely is. And it took off. So because there's a lot of degens hanging around waiting for the next coin. They saw this and jumped on it. So a lot of people made a lot of money quickly in this. Don't know if they've sold. Who knows? But Donald Trump's deeply involved in it. Let's see the news. Let's see some of the reactions to it. And yes, there's going to be some profanity from me this year, I think. So if you're offended by that, I'm sorry. But this shit is insane. Eric Trump tweeted this. Donald Trump retweeted it or reposted it on the new X, whatever. I am extremely proud of what we continue to accomplish in crypto. He says Trump coin is currently the hottest digital meme on earth. I'm not sure even Elon Musk knew about it. I saw something where he was kind of shrugging as in, is this real when it first came out? And it shot to the moon almost immediately with a huge market cap in the billions. And it has come down. And the reason for that is because today they've launched a Melania coin as well, which is insane. The first lady has a coin as well. Is the whole family going to have coins? It wouldn't surprise me. This is a oligarch level grift where you've got the first family, the presidential family, all having meme coins and launching it using the hype of the inauguration to launch these things before he's president. It is unprecedented from the president, from a president. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of like Idiocracy. I feel like I'm watching a reboot of Idiocracy, but that's the way it is. As I said, this shit is insane. Now you can see Anthony Scaramucci here, the mooch. You remember that he was in the last Trump administration. He got fired after 10 days. I wonder if that's going to happen. It's going to be pretty entertaining, if nothing else, to see this all play out. But he says about this launch of Melania coin is causing Trump coin to crash. Elon was right. We are living in a simulation. Which one of the kids' coins will perform best, he says, and no doubt we'll see that the day before inauguration as leader of the free world. And this is what Trump is focused on. Tells you everything you need to know. I mean, that really does point to some sort of oligarchy when he's focused on making money for himself and his family. And he does have a big cut in this, as we'll see. I mean, really, what do the MAGA people think about this? The people that are his core audience, the core voters, most of those people won't be owning stocks or crypto. This is for the crypto crowd and to enrich Trump himself, quite obviously. I need to say none of this is investment advice at all. You're free to go and buy this stuff or not buy it as you choose. I'm just laying out some of what I see here, which just seems ridiculous. But as I said, not financial advice. And Brian Krasenstein here says, breaking, the Trump family just launched the Melania meme coin and see $30 billion evaporate from the Trump coin. But do they care? They've probably got all interest in there, the insiders and the family. Just as it debuted, investors dumped Trump coin, released just 2 days ago, resulting in a staggering $30 billion loss in paper wealth for those who believed in it. Well, you can see here that people probably jump from one to the other, maybe, cashing out from Trump coin, jumping into this, which shows you that it's just a lot of traders doing this, trying to capitalize on this Trump grift, as it seems. And maybe some people will get rich out of this and some people will not. That's the way that these things go. Hugely speculative. And again, this is the president of the United States. I can't fucking believe this, really. It's just incredible. And the Kabisi letter says here, breaking, Donald Trump meme coin, Trump extends decline to 55% as Melania Trump launches her own meme coin. 7.5 billion of market cap has been erased in 10 minutes. So that's what happened. That's how fast things can go up or down. And this is from Bitcoin News. Donald Trump's meme coin debut is making waves, but not everyone's impressed. Critics call the insider allocation of 80% unethical. Anthony Scaramucci says it's bad for the industry. He is heavily involved in crypto and the Bitcoin industry, and he does not like what's going on there. Speculation grows that a price crash is imminent. That's just complete speculation. And Jaguar Analytics says in 50 years we've gone from backing nation's currency with gold reserve to the president of the United States marketing buy my shitcoin. I don't even know what kind of laissez-faire this is. Ripe for corruption, money laundering, equalizing all bad behaviors. Wild indeed. It does seem wild. Again, the president of the United States is doing this. Can you grasp what that means? It just seems incredible. That's why it came as a surprise. Could he be this brazen? And Crypto King says, show me the biggest scammer to ever enter the crypto space, Trump coin. I'm tremendously embarrassed for Republicans. And you do have to wonder what the MAGA people, what many Republicans think about this, especially the finance bros. I'm thinking of people like Bill Ackman who thoroughly support Trump, and he's a value investor. He's been very quiet. I haven't really looked recently, but I think he hasn't said, and many of the other finance bros, finance people that have been supporting Trump must be looking at this going, what the fuck is going on here? Did we expect this even before his presidency began, or do they not care because they just know that they can get what they want from him and they're willing to shut their eyes and be blind to what's going on here? Again, Crypto King says, I guess when you're getting rid of the SEC in 2 days, you don't have to worry about launching a scam. Am I right, Trump? And he's talking about Gary Gensler leaving the SEC. Trump said he was going to fire him. He told the crypto people at their conference that he was going to fire Gensler, and he left anyway. Well, why wouldn't you do that? So the thing is that Trump's about to be inaugurated. He's going to install people on the SEC favorable to him. Do you think so? There's no worry here. Is this majorly corruption already, launching this kind of coin where nobody can question the president? It's his own meme coin. Are we just going to get used to that, or are we just going to think this is incredible? This is the idiocracy. We're living through the reboot movie of the idiocracy. Shiel Monit says the grift is so embarrassing. Also, depending how you count it, this is currently the majority of Donald Trump's net worth now when they wrote this. It has $13 billion market cap and he owns 80%. Again, just hours before he becomes the president, enriching himself to a massive extent, unless it just completely crashes and goes away. He could cash out, of course, and he would be one of the richest people in America, presumably, just suddenly. Multiples of his existing net worth before this happened at this point. Dr. Danish says Trump coin is a scam and embarrassing for all US citizens. Essentially, it allowed insiders to snipe the entire supply at launch. We should hope for better from our leaders. Just because the other side is corrupt doesn't give you a license to do the same. I hope people on the right speak out. So they're talking about Biden, the Biden administration, thinking that was corrupt, and then voting for Trump. And look what's happening even before he takes office. Bar chart says insane. Trump coin just keeps soaring to higher and higher prices. It now has the fully diluted valuation of $36 billion. That was at $36, making it worth more than Kraft Heinz, United Airlines, Mitsubishi, DraftKings, Yum Brands, General Mills, eBay, Hershey, and Baidu. Incredible. And it has no product except the coin itself, and I guess the brand of the president and his reputation, using the presidency, again, using the hype leading up to the inauguration to launch this. This is unprecedented. I mean, is this legal? I suppose it is. I suppose he's looked into it. Ethical? Big question mark. The SEC, obviously, they're not going to look at things like this now. So Michael A. Gayed, CFA, who I believe is a Trump supporter, or maybe was, the president-elect is literally doing a pump and dump right before our eyes. What the fuck is happening? And somebody made this meme pretty quickly. Trump tour. He's referring to the hot tour girl who made her own meme coin as well a couple of weeks ago. Well, she worked with a team. I'm not sure how much she knew about what was going on, but there was a massive rug pull and people got ripped off. It was a big pump and dump, well, thought to be pretty big at the time. Trump's coin in comparison is absolutely massive. And Toby Cunningham points out here, Trump get out of jail free card. When you buy Trump coin, you waive your right to a class action lawsuit later on. If you try, they'll make you pay their legal fees. Read the fine print, folks. That is pretty unbelievable as well. Thinking ahead there, if they happen to have a class action and if it all goes really bad, then that's the get out of jail free card. Or the president's got to get out of jail free card anyway. It's the president of the United States again. Remember who we're talking about here, or the office we're talking about. We know who we're talking about, but the office itself, this going on while being the president or about to be president, it will go on while he's still president. Incredible. And Jaguar Analytics, again, assuming the wallet which controls 80% of supply is indeed Trump, his net worth is up $56 billion this weekend. Let that sink in. If it gets to $500, Trump will become richer than Elon Musk. At $2,100, Trump will overtake Bitcoin, all without producing anything of economic value. It's really the brand, his brand, that he's monetizing here in a way, and it could go down. It could be very volatile. It could go to zero. Who knows? But he is going to be the president for 4 years, so he's thought ahead that he can keep this going for 4 years at least. I don't know. And another one here, the Trump meme coin, a financial asset that didn't exist on Friday afternoon, now accounts for about 89% of Donald Trump's net worth. Trump just became one of the 25 richest people on earth through his meme coin, again leveraging the office of the President of the United States to do it. Through this insane, open, and now normalized corruption. And Ben Meisler, who's a well-known political podcaster, Trump just became one of the top 20 richest Americans as a result of dropping a meme coin called Trump during an inauguration party. The value of Trump meme coin is over $55 billion at the time that he wrote this. No peace in Ukraine. Prices aren't lower. Trump got what he wanted, presumably saying to enrich himself as president. One of the main things that he wants. He's not going to be president again. It's like, what has he got to lose? I'm going for it. I'm going to go for the big one. I'm going to enrich myself along the way. Now, if you're getting value out of this episode so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm to spread it to more people. Thanks. And Ed Krasenstein says, WTF, Donald Trump has reportedly pocketed $500 million from Trump coin, according to David Bailey, CEO of Bitcoin Magazine and the Bitcoin Conference. This isn't just unethical, it's a direct attack on democracy. So I don't know, I can't verify that Trump's pulled out $500 million, but it must have been tempting given what percentage it is of his overall net worth. When something like that goes to the moon, he might have not expected it to go to that extent into the billions, so it'd be very tempting for him to sell some. I believe he's got debt, so he's wanting to pay that off. He says, are we really okay with this? Foreign governments could easily buy up massive amounts of Trump coin to pump his bags in exchange for political favors. That's something that Bill Ackman said about Donald Trump's stock before the election, that's a way to donate to the campaign, but that's about it. I think that's what he said. Imagine hostile nations, criminals looking for pardons, or shady businesses seeking influence, funneling money directly to Trump's wallet, all while bypassing campaign finance laws and public scrutiny. I wonder if Trump thought about this. This is corruption on a scale we've never seen before, and it should infuriate every American, he says, regardless of political affiliation. The presidency should never be for sale, especially not to the highest anonymous bidder. And Michael A. Gates, CFA, again says, unpopular opinion, what Trump is doing with Trump coin and Melania coin is a fucking disgrace. And Ed Krasenstein finally points out Trump coin represents the exact type of system Satoshi Nakamoto designed Bitcoin to resist centralized control, lack of transparency, and the potential for corruption. Bitcoin was created as a decentralized peer-to-peer currency, free from the influence of governments, corporations, or individuals who could manipulate its supply or value. They've got a good point here. By contrast, Trump coin is highly centralized, with 80% of its supply owned by Trump-affiliated entities, giving them significant control over its market and revenue streams. This setup aligns more with traditional systems of power and influence that Bitcoin was explicitly meant to challenge. So saying it's going against the philosophy, the values of crypto, of Bitcoin anyway, with this one individual, very powerful, the most powerful person in the world, arguably, or is it Elon Musk at this point? Anyway, I'd love to know what you think of this. Do let me know in the comments. And I have to say again, none of this is financial advice. You can buy this thing if you want to or not, or just look on the sidelines like I am and just going, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Now, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, I'm going to put a related link right there. Go and see that now if you want to. And also a subscribe link on screen. Do subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content from me in the future. I think it's going to be a crazy 2025 and crazy next 4 years, really. And I'll be here to talk about it. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.